God's promise on love. The promises of God related to love are a central theme in many religious traditions, particularly in Christianity. These promises often reflect God's unending and unconditional love for humanity. Keep in mind that interpretations of these promises may vary depending on individual beliefs and religious affiliations. Here are some common promises of God related to love. 1. Unconditional love. Many religious texts emphasize that God's love is unconditional. It's a love that doesn't depend on our actions or worthiness. This concept is often illustrated by the parable of the prodigal son in Christianity, where a father's love is unwavering even when his son strays. 2. Everlasting love. God's love is often described as everlasting, eternal, or unending. This reflects the idea that God's love for humanity is not bound by time or circumstance. 3. Forgiveness and redemption. God's love is linked to the promise of forgiveness and redemption. No matter how far someone may have strayed, it's believed that God's love can lead to forgiveness and a chance for spiritual renewal. 4. Compassion and mercy. God's love is frequently associated with compassion and mercy. This promise highlights God's understanding of human struggles and a willingness to show mercy and kindness. 5. Protection and guidance. Some promises of God's love include the assurance of protection and guidance. Believers may find comfort in the idea that God's love watches over them and provides direction in their lives. 6. Unity and fellowship. God's love is said to unite believers and create a sense of fellowship or community among them. This promise often emphasizes the importance of loving one another as a reflection of God's love. 7. Comfort in times of trouble. God's love is seen as a source of comfort and solace during difficult times. Believers may find strength in the belief that they are not alone and that God's love can bring them through challenges. 8. Salvation and eternal life. In many religious traditions, God's love is tied to the promise of salvation and the hope of eternal life. Believers trust that God's love ultimately leads to a greater spiritual existence beyond earthly life. It's important to note that these promises of God's love are rooted in various religious texts, such as the Bible and Christianity, and may vary in interpretation among different denominations and belief systems. If you're interested in exploring these promises further, you may want to refer to the specific religious texts and teachings that resonate with your beliefs. Expressing the love of God to others is a fundamental aspect of many religious teachings. This expression often takes various forms and can have a profound impact on individuals and communities. Here are some ways people express the love of God to others. 1. Acts of kindness. Engaging in acts of kindness, compassion, and selflessness toward others is a tangible way to show God's love. This can include helping the less fortunate, providing for basic needs, and supporting those facing challenges. 2. Forgiveness. Offering forgiveness to those who have wronged us echoes God's forgiving nature. Forgiveness demonstrates love's transformative power and can mend broken relationships. 3. Listening and empathy. Taking the time to listen and empathize with others' struggles and joys shows that they are valued and loved. This form of presence and understanding mirrors God's attentiveness to human experiences. 4. Encouragement. Providing words of encouragement, support, and affirmation uplifts individuals, helping them see their worth and potential through God's eyes. 5. Prayer. Praying for others' well-being, comfort, and success is an expression of love that demonstrates care for their spiritual and emotional needs. 6. Hospitality. Welcoming others into your home, sharing meals, and creating a sense of belonging reflects God's hospitality and love for all people. 7. Teaching and sharing. Sharing spiritual wisdom, teachings, and guidance with others can help them experience God's love through understanding and knowledge. 8. Community service. Engaging in community service projects, such as volunteering at shelters, food banks, or community centers, reflects a commitment to loving and serving others. 9. Support during tough times. Being present for others during difficult times, offering a shoulder to cry on or a listening ear, showcases God's comforting and supportive love. 10. Advocacy and justice. Standing up for justice, equality, and the rights of others reflects God's concern for fairness and compassion in the world. 11. Leading by example. Modeling the values of humility, integrity, and love in daily life can inspire others to do the same. 12. Sharing personal testimonies. Sharing personal stories of how God's love has impacted your life can inspire and encourage others to seek a deeper connection with God. 13. Acts of reconciliation. Initiating reconciliation in broken relationships demonstrates God's reconciling love and the desire for harmony. 14. Generosity. Sharing resources, whether financial or material, with others in need mirrors God's generous provision and care. 15. Spreading hope. Sharing messages of hope, inspiration, and faith through words, art, or deeds can uplift spirits and remind others of God's love. 16. Mentoring and discipleship. Mentoring and guiding others in their spiritual journey reflects a commitment to nurturing their growth and faith. 17. Celebrating achievements. Rejoicing in others' successes and milestones shows love and affirmation for their accomplishments. 18. Being non-judgmental. Creating a non-judgmental and accepting environment allows others to feel loved and valued for who they are. By actively engaging in these actions, individuals can effectively express the love of God to others, fostering a sense of unity, compassion, and spiritual connection within their communities and beyond. What does lack of love lead to? The lack of love in the world can have far-reaching and negative consequences on individuals, communities, and society as a whole. Love, in its various forms, serves as a foundational element that fosters empathy, connection, and understanding. When this essential element is lacking, several negative outcomes can arise. 1. Conflict and division. A lack of love can lead to heightened conflict, misunderstanding, and division among individuals and groups. Without a basis of empathy and compassion, disagreements can escalate into hostility and animosity. 2. Isolation and loneliness. Without love and meaningful connections, individuals may experience feelings of isolation and loneliness, which can have adverse effects on their mental and emotional well-being. 3. Distrust and fear. The absence of love can give rise to distrust and fear among people, leading to a sense of insecurity and suspicion in relationships and interactions. 4. Violence and aggression. A lack of love can contribute to an increase in violence and aggression as individuals may resort to harmful actions when they feel disconnected or unsupported. 5. Discrimination and prejudice. Love promotes inclusivity and respect for all individuals. The absence of love can result in discrimination and prejudice based on factors such as race, religion, gender, or nationality. 6. Reduced empathy. Love enhances empathy, allowing individuals to understand and share in the feelings of others. The absence of love can lead to a decline in empathy, making it difficult to relate to others' experiences. 7. Erosion of relationships. Healthy relationships are built on love, trust, and communication. A lack of love can strain relationships, causing them to deteriorate or become toxic. 8. Negative mental health impact. The absence of love and emotional support can contribute to mental health challenges such as depression, anxiety, and low self-esteem. 9. Loss of meaning and purpose. Love often provides a sense of purpose and meaning in life. A lack of love can leave individuals feeling disconnected and adrift. 10. Decline in altruism. Love drives altruistic behaviors, such as helping others without expecting anything in return. A lack of love can result in reduced acts of kindness and generosity. 11. Diminished well-being. Love has been shown to have positive effects on physical health and overall well-being. Its absence can lead to stress and compromised health. 12. Undermined social fabric. A society built on love and mutual respect is more cohesive and harmonious. The absence of love can weaken the social fabric, leading to fragmentation and discord. 13. Lack of empowerment. Love empowers individuals to grow, take risks, and achieve their potential. The absence of love can hinder personal development and growth. 14. Cycle of negativity. A lack of love can perpetuate a cycle of negativity, as negative emotions and behaviors may be passed down through generations. 15. Spiritual emptiness. Love often carries spiritual significance, giving individuals a sense of connection to something greater. The absence of love can contribute to a sense of spiritual emptiness. It's important to recognize the vital role that love plays in nurturing a healthy and thriving society. Efforts to promote love, kindness, and compassion can help mitigate these negative consequences and contribute to a more harmonious and empathetic world. 16. Economic inequity. A lack of love can contribute to economic inequalities and exploitation. Love often motivates individuals to work toward a fair and just distribution of resources, and its absence can result in the marginalization of vulnerable populations. 17. Cultural stagnation. Love and acceptance of diverse cultures can lead to cultural exchange and growth. Without love, cultures may become isolated or even hostile toward one another, hindering the sharing of ideas and progress. 18. Dehumanization. A lack of love can lead to the dehumanization of others, where individuals are seen as objects or enemies rather than as fellow human beings with their own feelings and experiences. 19. Erosion of empathy. Love is closely linked to empathy, and a lack of love can contribute to a decline in empathetic understanding of others' struggles and needs. 20. Environmental neglect. Love for the planet and its ecosystems encourages responsible stewardship. The absence of love can contribute to environmental degradation and disregard for the long-term well-being of the earth. 21. Ineffective governance. Love often drives leaders to make decisions that benefit the greater good. A lack of love and leadership can result in self-serving decisions that harm the broader population. 22. Cynicism and nihilism. The absence of love can lead to feelings of cynicism and nihilism, where individuals may believe that nothing matters or that genuine care for others is unrealistic. 23. Breakdown of family units. Love is a foundational element of strong families. A lack of love can lead to strained relationships within families, resulting in broken homes and disrupted family structures. 24. Escalation of intolerance. Intolerance can thrive in an environment where love is lacking. This can manifest as religious intolerance, intolerance toward differing viewpoints, or intolerance of diverse lifestyles. 25. Disruption of education. A lack of love in educational settings can result in a diminished focus on holistic development, personal growth, and the well-being of students and educators. 26. Loss of hope. Love often inspires hope for a better future. The absence of love can lead to a sense of hopelessness and pessimism about the prospects for positive change. 27. Crisis of purpose. Love contributes to a sense of purpose and connectedness. Without it, individuals may struggle to find meaning and direction in their lives. 28. Weakened social safety nets. Love often drives societies to establish social safety nets to support those in need. The absence of love can lead to reduced efforts to care for the vulnerable and marginalized. 29. Depersonalization in technology. In a world lacking love, technology may be used to replace genuine human connections, resulting in a depersonalized and isolated society. 30. Erosion of morality. Love often influences moral values and ethical behaviors. Its absence can contribute to a decline in moral principles and ethical decision-making. Addressing the lack of love in the world requires a collective effort to promote empathy, understanding, and compassion. By recognizing and actively working to counter these potential consequences, individuals and communities can contribute to building a more just, harmonious, and loving world. The consequences of the lack of love in various aspects of life. 1. Conflict and division. When political leaders and communities lack love for one another, disagreements over policies can escalate into bitter conflicts, leading to societal divisions and even violence. 2. Isolation and loneliness. In an individual's life, growing up without the love and emotional support of family members can lead to feelings of isolation and loneliness, impacting their mental well-being. 3. Distrust and fear. In regions with historical tensions, such as racial or ethnic divides, the absence of love can perpetuate distrust and fear, preventing cooperation and hindering progress toward unity. 4. Violence and aggression. When individuals lack a foundation of love and understanding, personal disputes can escalate into physical altercations, causing harm to themselves and others. 5. Discrimination and prejudice. In societies where love is lacking, discrimination against marginalized groups can prevail, resulting in unequal opportunities and systemic injustices. 6. Negative mental health impact. A child growing up in an environment without emotional nurturing and love may develop mental health issues such as anxiety and depression due to a lack of emotional support. 7. Reduced empathy. Without the presence of love and empathy in educational environments, bullying may be prevalent as students fail to connect with the feelings and experiences of their peers. 8. Economic inequity. In a society driven by self-interest and profit without regard for others, economic disparities may widen, leaving disadvantaged individuals without access to basic necessities. 9. Cultural stagnation. In a world where cultures are isolated due to a lack of cross-cultural understanding and acceptance, societies miss out on the richness that diverse cultures bring. 10. Dehumanization. The lack of love can manifest in derogatory language and dehumanizing behavior, causing people to view refugees or immigrants as mere statistics rather than individuals in need. 11. Environmental neglect. In a society that doesn't prioritize love for the planet, individuals may disregard environmental conservation efforts, leading to pollution and ecological damage. 12. Ineffective governance. When leaders lack love for their constituents, their decisions may prioritize personal gain over the well-being of the people, resulting in inadequate policies and services. 13. Breakdown of family units. In a family devoid of love and emotional connection, strained relationships between parents and children can lead to family breakdowns and fractured relationships. 14. Escalation of intolerance. In an environment without a foundation of love, intolerance can flourish, leading to discrimination against religious minorities and those with different viewpoints. 15. Loss of hope. A community where love is absent may struggle with societal issues like unemployment and poverty, fostering a sense of hopelessness among its members. 16. Depersonalization and technology. In a world lacking interpersonal connections, individuals may resort to virtual interactions, leading to a society where genuine human relationships are replaced by screens. 17. Erosion of morality. In a society where love is lacking, ethical considerations may be overlooked, leading to dishonesty, corruption, and a disregard for the well-being of others. Addressing these potential consequences of the lack of love requires intentional efforts at personal, community, and societal levels to cultivate empathy, compassion, and understanding.